Hey, let's talk law of attraction and what I think it might be missing. How you can get more out of your law of attraction with a few simple additions. Hi, my name is Kimberly Lorenz. I'm a board certified hypnotist. I'm here to help everybody just get the most out of their lives. And if they need my help, help them with hypnosis. So let's move on to talking about law of attraction and what I think it's actually missing and how you can be more successful at your goals if you add in a few small things. First of all, just a quick overview of what we know that law of attraction is. Law of attraction is the idea that like attracts like. So we need to be very careful and we need to watch what we think, practice visualizations, think on positive things that will bring good things into our lives. I don't disagree with this idea as far as hypnotists know that what we focus on grows in our life. So if we have the ability to think upon positive things, we are going to get more positive, uplifting things in our lives. So in that respect, I am in agreement with the law of attraction that like attracts like. But does it really work? You see, it's a very powerful principle that what we meditate and think upon will be attracted into our lives. But I think it's kind of dangerous to say that that's all that we need to do to actually improve our lives, find success at our goals, and in general, manifest those things that we're looking for. And here's why. I think this is really important. Any philosophy that tells you if you are not successful at something, it's your fault, that you didn't think good enough thoughts or you didn't meditate or visualize often enough, that you are at fault for something not being successful, I think that's a dangerous, dangerous philosophy. When we think that the law of attraction and just thinking on positive things is the only thing we need to do to reach our goals and manifest those good things in our lives, what we're left with thinking is it's all about how good I am at something. And if something doesn't go right, then I must be bad. And we don't want anybody thinking that because I think it's simply not true. So I want you to remember that anytime you encounter any kind of philosophy out there that equates success only with tasks or things that you do, it's not a really good philosophy. It's not going to bring you a lot of happiness. You need to understand or realize in that moment that you are not how well you perform. Your worthiness is not connected to your performance and success. But I will say that the law of attraction, the visualizing and mindfulness and thinking on positive things has a lot going for it. It is actually, I think, a very overall healthy way to be, as long as we don't automatically assume that if we do it, we'll be successful, and if we fail, we must have to do more. Now let's get down to the fun stuff. What I think the law of attraction is missing. I think the law of attraction is missing two key ingredients. One, self-hypnosis, and two, application, the practical steps that we take towards a goal. So I'm going to spend the rest of this video and the next video talking about those two things. Let's first talk about why the law of attraction is missing the self-hypnosis portion and how you can add it in to be more successful at what you're doing. I had a client the other day say to me, it's really hard when what I hear is just think better thoughts and you'll feel better, because we all know that that's not true. We all know that just trying to make ourselves think something differently doesn't necessarily change the way we feel. She was absolutely right. And I said, hey, hold on. I want you to know that I know that. And through my coaching of some techniques that I was giving her, I said, I am not trying to imply that simply by doing these, you'll instantly feel better. I know that's not true. Here's the thing. Practicing those things as a behavior and the default for your life of thinking on positive things is a very good method for positive outcomes, but it doesn't mean it's always going to instantaneously change the way you feel, because the way you feel is based on your subconscious programming. And when we are doing a lot of the law of attraction, manifestation techniques, we are not using hypnosis. And hypnosis is what we need to break through to the subconscious level of reprogramming. Normally, in a normal state where you're working, you're driving, you're talking, you're not in hypnosis. And your subconscious mind, where all of your programming, all of your real beliefs that cause all the feelings that you have to flow from, is in your subconscious mind. So in order to change, to truly change the way that we feel, we have to change the subconscious programming. And that's what I said to my client. Hey, these techniques that I'm teaching you that are about mindfulness and self-awareness, these are the things that we need to be practicing, but I'm here to help you with the hypnosis. And so I'm going to help you with some self-hypnosis techniques that can help you change your subconscious programming so that your internal feelings are more in alignment with the law of attraction and the manifestation positive focus that you want in your life to bring in that positive. Here's the golden content of this video. There are 3 amazing techniques of self-hypnosis I'm going to teach you. With all these techniques, I want you to always find a safe and comfortable place that when you close your eyes, you can fully relax and you know you won't be disturbed for the duration of your practice, meaning that you might have to lock the door, no cats, dogs, kids, or partners or spouses coming in. You want to know that you're going to be safe and secure so you can fully relax. So opening yourself up to mindfulness. First thing you're going to do, get into a safe, comfortable position where you can relax, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and then think on focusing on just beginning to slow your breath and relaxing your body. Then I just want you to ask yourself this question without intentionally giving yourself an answer. I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to be working on right now? Or what would be the best thing for me to do right now? Or what is the thing I need to do right now to help me achieve my goals? Without consciously directing your thoughts, you can ask these questions in a relaxed state and just wait for those answers to emerge. I really believe that every human being deep in their subconscious knows the solutions to almost every problem that they have. And by practicing asking these questions in an open-ended, non-judgmental way and waiting for our subconscious to throw that little thought up and give us that answer is a really great way to use self-hypnosis. Now, if you have thoughts that come up that are not answers to this question, they're just busy thoughts, that's okay. Go ahead and ask the question again and see what happens. And just wait and allow and see what happens. Practice this for just a few minutes, maybe 4 to 5 minutes. And then when you're ready, you'll be able to open your eyes, emerge, and just jot down kind of what your insights were, jot down what your answers were, and see if by implementing those things, you can improve that situation that you're working on. Self-hypnosis method number 2 is, quite frankly, my favorite. It's called autosuggestion. It was first developed by Emile Coué in the early 1900s. He was a French pharmacist who believed that when people believed in the work, believed in the medicine, and had a positive outlook on what they were doing, they would heal better and they would heal faster. And he's actually right. There's been a lot of research on that actually since that time, and that is absolutely true. It's called placebo, and we find out that placebo has a very strong effect. Placebo, just because it is not any actual kind of medicine, doesn't mean it's not a healing belief, because it is. So placebo is actually really, really good for humans. So what Emile Coué did was he developed a very famous statement that you've probably heard before. Every day, in every way, I get better and better. He had all of his patients practice saying that suggestion, that phrase, 5 to 15 times every night as they were falling asleep. It's a wonderful time where you naturally pass from a normal waking state into a hypnagogic state as you go into sleep. So it's a wonderful time to give yourself that suggestion. Every day, in every way, I get better and better. I practice this myself. I practice also using it during daytimes or when I'm trying to relax or when I'm trying to de-stress. A lot of answers may pop up for you when you use this technique by just saying it over and over 5 to 15 times. Now, if you want to take this practice to the next level, you could practice it for perhaps during the daytime. And then when you have finished your about 5 minutes of self-hypnosis and saying those 5 to 15 phrases to yourself over and over, you can jot down your insights. You could ask yourself, what could I do today to actually make myself better? What do I need to do today to make my situation better? And jot down those answers. So in this way, both opening ourselves to mindfulness and autosuggestion are going to be helping you have insights for you to move your manifestation forward and actually get more of the things you want in your life, because they're going to give you practical answers for you to go do something. So it's going to be very powerful for you. This second method is also just incredibly good for overall well-being, whether you suffer from anxiety and worry, stress, anything really. Saying this phrase to yourself 15 times every night before you go to sleep is a powerful way to increase your overall well-being and just feel fantastic. And this last, third self-hypnosis method is also really, really wonderful. I think you're going to really like it. It's called autogenic training. It was developed by Johann Schultz in 1932. And the idea is that human beings really do have control over the way that we feel, which then in turn changes the way we think, actually. Did you know that? So if we have control over the way that we feel, that means people who are walking around, and I used to be one of them, with anxious thoughts, feel that they have no control over their anxious feelings and their anxious thoughts. So practicing this technique trains us and brings us insight into understanding that we have power and control over the way that we think and the way that we feel, which then in turn just makes us feel a whole lot better. This technique involves giving yourself statements of heaviness and warmth and bringing it into different parts of your body. So eventually your body is very, very relaxed. It's sort of like listening. It's sort of like the DIY version of a progressive relaxation recording, which you can get on my website for free. I have one of those for you if you'd like. I'll put a link in the bio and a link on the screen. So this is just the DIY version of doing that for yourself. So to do this technique, all you got to do, of course, is get into a safe, comfortable position, close your eyes, slow your breath, focus on your breathing. Begin to notice how that breathing feels going in and out of your nose, maybe your mouth. As you breathe, imagine that breath pulling out all of the tension in your body. And once you feel more physically relaxed, you're going to start giving yourself some statements. You're going to give yourself some statements over heaviness and warmth, and you can move from one part of your body to the next part of your body. It's really not important what body part you start with. You might want to start with your feet and move up to your legs, maybe then go to hands, forearms, upper arms. You might want to start with your face, your mouth, your throat, your chest. Just continually give yourself the suggestion that you're feeling warm and heavy and relaxed. Warm, heavy, relaxed as you breathe out the tension. You can say statements like, my feet are heavy and warm. Then you're going to make sure you've moved through your whole body. And you just keep practicing that until you feel completely, wonderfully relaxed and calm. Now, all of these methods I'm going to write down, and there's going to be a link that you can go download a PDF of all of these self-hypnosis methods. So make sure you go get that PDF so that you have the complete directions. Once you've finished once you've finished moving through your whole body and your whole body feels nice and relaxed, you can just open up your eyes and emerge. What's important to remember is that this is best practiced so that when you need it, it'll be there for you. Just like any skill, once you've practiced it enough, it'll be there for you. So practice it once or twice a day on your own. Just don't set a time limit. Just take your time, maybe put on some music, practice it once to twice every day so that when you are in a stressful situation, in a situation where you feel anxious or worried, and you don't need to be, you can use this technique to begin to relax your body instantaneously. It'll be a very powerful way that you can take control of how you're feeling, which then will change the way you think, change the way you believe deep in your subconscious. That's the power of hypnosis. That's the power of self-hypnosis. It changes us from the inside out. It's a really fantastic technique. I hope you try it. If you do, please come back here, leave a comment, let me know if you liked it. Stick around for the next video in this series where I cover the other thing that I think is missing in the law of attraction, and that is the practical application of hard work and grit. And it's going to help you achieve more success, more positive things in your life through some practical application. There's lots of tidbits coming, so don't miss it. Subscribe. Please share this video with people you like. You can visit me at lorenzhypnosis.com to schedule a consultation if you're interested. Thank you so much. Have a great day.